Welcome to Classic Car Cave. So the two winners of the two t-shirts I had left over, one of them is John Davey from Devon, and the other one is David Fowler from Norfolk. So congratulations to both of you. Martin and Lol, his wife, have gone back to the UK. In fact, they're on the they call it the Love Boat, I think, from Rotterdam to Hull. They've taken the t-shirts back with them and they're going to post them from the UK, so you'll get them quicker and there won't be any tax to worry about or anything. So they're going to post them, they've got the addresses and they're going to post them, so they'll be winging their way to you. So if you want to drop me, next time I'll put a video up, once you get them, just let me know. That'd be nice if you could make a little comment just saying, yeah, I've got them, thank you very much. So that's the two t-shirts gone. So quickly, I wanted to go over a couple of things on this Mini. Now, obviously, there won't be anything else this year on the Mini, on the track Mini. But I have got some addresses now, or I'm getting some addresses for all the hill climbs in Austria, so that'll be good news. Now, just to clarify, as I say, this Mini was built specifically for hill climbing because there is a lot of it goes on here. And the diff on it is a 3.7 to 1. The normal diff on a normal Mini would be 3.4 to 1, something like that. And I think you can go up to 3.1 to get the maximum speed. So we probably, if we put a normal diff in it, we'd probably get another 30 miles an hour out of it. 25-30 miles an hour out of it. But we've designed it so that it'll go from 0 to 60 miles an hour or 0 to 100 kilometers quickly, which is what you need for hill climb and sprinting because they're very short, sharp, and normally only 2 or 3 kilometers. Here they can go a little bit longer, 4 or 5 even kilometers, but it's very short and quick and very steep bends. So I just wanted to put that over. There's a booklet that comes with this Fensil spear, and as you can see, I've got it now above my head, and we're all going to book for next year for sure. It was a brilliant experience. It's the most comfortable I've been driving the car, and when you apply or when you go the day of the race, they give you this package and it shows you who's in it with you, and it shows the PS, which is basically horsepower, and it also shows the CC of the car. So, but I have to say, there's quite a bit of BS in here because these are baths that we're racing. One of them here says it's 95 horsepower, absolute cobblers. These things were going along like race cars. I don't know what they are, but it might have been 97 per cylinder. Certainly wasn't for the whole thing. Anyway, that's fine. It's an amateur thing. Nobody wins anything. It's just for the fun of going out. But if you've got a chance to come and do it for 600 euros, you'll not get a better day, or not a better 2 days, because it's the Friday and the Saturday. So it's really worth it. 600 euros to race on a Formula 1 circuit. Really good. I would really recommend it. Anyway, so in this video, it's the last of the Mini. I'm just explaining what we're going to do, and obviously we need some improvements, certainly on the RPM side. So I'm going to buy a very good stack gauge with a shift light and everything on it, which I'll show you when it comes, probably before the new year, hopefully. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for supporting me on the Red Bull thing. It was absolutely excellent, best thing I've ever done in that racing type of thing. Let me explain what properly went wrong here, because you couldn't see very much of it in the first video. So the way we've got this set up here is we've got a complete bearing housing here, and it's under tension onto the bearing, and then you've got this universal joint here, then another one at the bottom. The one that went is this bottom one. You can see it's still sticking out a little bit there, and what we had in it was a roll pin, and as you can see here, the wall thickness of that, I don't know if that's going to show up, the wall thickness of that roll pin is tiny. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a steel pin in of the same diameter, and then we'll do a spot weld on either side. So this universal joint here, and this one up here, this one's already got solid pins in it, but we'll put solid pins in it, and then what we'll do is where the pinch bolt is on the bottom there, and the spline for the actual rack. We'll just put it all back through here, and pop it on at the bottom, and that should suffice because they're nice and strong. The other thing I'm going to do is adjust this pedal so that this brake is halfway between that accelerator and here. So what I'll do is I'll cut this, put an extension in it down the side of the shaft and bring it down further, and that'll work better because we've both got big feet. I take 13s and I think Joseph has 12.5, whatever, and we're catching that throttle when we're braking. You can see it's quite close there. So that's what we're going to do. So get rid of this epoxy roll pin, put a proper steel solid pin in it, and I will mark it and I'll just check it each time. I'm not sure quite how we do that. I think we can just put a line on it and just make sure, but I think it might have been partially broken. If you look at the video, you will see that you see how this orange should be sat up there at 12 o'clock. That was the whole point of the exercise, and it's actually sat here at 10. So I think it might have been partially seized or partially snapped, and that's why it was across at an angle. It's not straight now. It's straight now. So that's something we need to be aware of and look at in the future. And one of the other mods we'll do is I'll change this. Its RPM gauge is from a Jaguar, so it's obviously calibrated for a 6-cylinder car, not a 4-cylinder. And the max it went up to was 3.5. That could be because of just the calibration in it. It gave us some idea, but it doesn't work. What I would do is we'll buy a really good quality RPM gauge from Stack. All the other gauges are Stack anyway, but with a shift light on it. So we'll go for a really good quality one so we know where we are. So yeah, that's the next step. So I'll bring this out, maybe I can get this a little bit better. This was an RPM gauge we had in it before that I got from somebody. I can't remember who I got it from, but it's knackered anyway. But you can see there, I think, hopefully you can see the thickness of that wall on that roll pin. It's garbage. Anyway, another job to do. This was a bit of kit I got from the UK. I think it came from Halfords, I'm not sure. Noco. Martin picked it up for me in the UK. I sent him the money, he picked it up, and this is a jump pack which he has for his caravans and his mobile homes and stuff. And I wanted it small and I thought I could put it in any car, and apparently it'll do quite a few turnovers. Nice thing about it though, you've got a phone port there or camera and a USB on it as well. These are separate. These are basically a spark plug tester. You can see these firing. So you interrupt this, it's just an interrupter, you put the plug lead on there onto the plugs and you'll see a light as it fires. Just a quick way of checking. I mean, you could get one and just keep moving it around, but it's just easy to do it and see that all 4 are firing. And it comes with a little USB lead. Really nice bit of kit. Clamps are nice and strong. Got plenty of power in them. We're very pleased with that. The other thing we bought was a air compressor, a portable air compressor, which I'll show you now. This was a little air compressor I bought at my local store in Vienna, a DIY store, but it does the job great. The nice thing about this is you can plug it into the mains here, or there's your line for your airline, or you can plug it into a battery pack, or you can plug it into the car and it works. And obviously there's a few pieces in there for obviously they're footballs or something, little airline to clean something out. Yeah, and it goes in bar, PSI and KPA, kilopascals. Yeah, and plus or minus. Does the job pretty good. So, pretty happy with that. It'll do the job. It's small enough to be able to take with you, and maybe if you've got a slow puncher, it would help out. But it's it's not a massive amount of weight in it. This is why I bought these two, because they're nice and small, and I can use them in my XK 150 or the E-Type or whatever vehicle I've got. So I'll make a little package where they can go in. That just all adds to the arsenal, isn't it, when if you break down. And classic cars do tend to break down from time to time, no matter how much maintenance you do to them.